welcome to the debrief 2 with
Miss Laura.
Miss Hannah and our special guests,
Mr. Mark.
And Miss Beulah.
Woo!
Woo!
Welcome.
Mrs. Beulah.
No, Miss.
This is
She's not sure. Welcome
excited.
Thank you.
to our.
It's very nice to
Very
have you
much.
guys
Yeah.
because Sarah's not here.
Sarah's not here.
Good riddance.
We miss you, Sarah.
We do miss you.
Yeah,
We
we
just
do.
about found the mugs, thanks to your mum.
Oh yes, we got mugs.
We did.
Yes, we got mugs.
Guest.
Miss Sarah.
Miss Hannah.
Laura,
How's everybody's day been?
chill.
Great, it's half term.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Off time.
I know.
Didn't really matter what happened today.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We did two.
Anything short of death today was acceptable.
Everyone tired.
We did 2 tests today.
You did 2 tests today?
I did one, to be fair.
That will spelling test. I don't know if that counts. But
Yeah.
maths test we did it in the morning. Yeah. Quite chill today. Grade 5.
You did a talent show as well.
Oh yes.
How'd that go?
It went actually alright. It went better than I thought it would. I thought it would have been chaos, but it was actually alright. They were all sitting at the front watching, and we gave everyone a round of applause and everything. It was quite good.
Did
And
you
your
get involved?
Oh yes, one child was a comedian.
What was your favourite joke?
Whose child was that?
Better child.
Yes.
It was the one about the post office, but none of the kids understood it.
I laughed more than I
You
should
came
have.
in halfway through.
The kids didn't find it funny.
So the joke was what starts with P,
Yeah.
ends with E, and has lots of letters in it,
Yeah, in between
in between.
or something like that.
Post office.
Post office. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's bad when you have to explain the joke to the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
But no, some of them sang, some of them danced.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an interesting watch. But yeah.
What did you do?
Why didn't I have time to do mine?
Ah.
Oh,
Yes.
convenient.
So next week it's you. Oh, no,
I was
it's the
going
week
to
after.
see some of the boys didn't want to do it. And then I said, well, I'll challenge to keep you up challenge with football. And then they don't realise that actually I'm quite good at it. So yeah. So we didn't get time to do that.
You should do the game challenge or Biddy Up or whatever. So it's whenever you have like 2 or 3 teams or 4 teams and you say, I challenge you to, I can do 10 TP ups in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Then the other team bids up, no, we can do 15 TP
Oh.
ups in 30
Yeah.
seconds. So we call it challenge. My
Yeah.
friend calls it Biddy Up because you're bidding
yeah,
up.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
it'll get to the point where it stops. So
Well,
one
you-
team will be like, oh, well, we can do 20 in 30 seconds. And then everyone else will be like, okay, you do it. We don't think.
Oh.
And if they do it
Yeah.
They get points.
they'll get the points. But if they fail, the other teams
That's
get
a good idea.
I like that.
I wish they
It's a
did
good game.
We
that.
should do that.
I will be doing that.
Okay. Start with our icebreaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
go on.
So we're going to play Never Have I Ever. I was supposed to I was supposed to make paddles, but I forgot.
So what do we do?
Will we do you want a drink? Will we drink our tea?
Yeah.
Drink our tea. It applies to you.
Do you drink if we've done it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
I always get so confused in this game.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Never have I ever been late to work.
Drink if we have them.
Like, is that? No. No.
Oh,
Early-
what kinds
early-
of-
Not yet. You
Not
were
yet.
Yeah.
2 months
You
in.
will, you will. Yeah. Never have I ever left the photocopier jammed.
Oh.
We don't even have the old one
I know.
anymore.
And who did you get? Literally. Please come. I was like,
Oh, but it was in the morning.
Well,
So
you
it
didn't
wasn't.
leave it jammed. You got somebody to come fix it.
No, but I wasn't a
Didn't
bit of
just like
a.
walk away.
I wasn't a bit of a tizzy though, because I didn't know what to do.
oh. Never have I ever stolen someone's mug from the staff room.
I don't feel confident enough to drink from the staff.
Only
room.
because
Was it mine?
yes,
I
and
stole yours too.
because you're the only person who should ask, and only because I was in observing a class, and as I walked into the back of the class, I had my own mug full of tea, and I'm not sure how, but it fell out of my hand and shattered on the classroom floor.
Oh,
Tea
no.
everywhere at the start of someone else's class that I was supposed to be observing. So
Well, I borrowed a mug from the staff room one before parents' evening last year. I told you this story.
Was it my special mug?
What's your special mug?
I was in a hurry. I was late. I was a bit late. So I was running and I just put water in it. I had nothing. Ran down and it was hot water, but we did lemon in it. and it's black sparkly, but as the heat it
Your mug?
rises, and it's a picture of
Reveal.
Mark's face with calamari.
Then I, Mark McCaffrey, love calamari, and a picture of me with lots of calamari around it.
The mug on my desk was rising, and the parents was just like, and I was like,
He's that guy, just a colleague,
I literally was like,
just a friend.
Al, I've blocked your phone again, sorry.
Oh, I'm marking you go away.
There's a
But,
funny story
yeah.
behind the calamari, but it's maybe too much for.
So that was
Don't show
my. So I learned my lesson. Don't steal anyone else's mug.
Just don't
No.
steal the sparkly ones.
Sparkly black one.
I don't feel confident enough to drink from the staff, like a tea from the staff, and like I just don't feel like ready yet.
You don't drink tea from staff.
At all?
Bring your own.
Just
don't
don't drink
drink
You
tea
don't drink tea?
until I go home.
Are you Northern Irish?
I want to go home and have about 5 cups. Bill.
I know, but how do you even get through your day?
Yesterday though, I went home, I smelled smoke. The
Oh.
kettle, the plug in the kettle.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I could have cried. I went around the
Literally,
hand.
it was smoked.
Yeah.
She came around to me eating tea instead. And then I had no milk. Oh.
How to buy milk? Oh. Anyway, yeah. I survived. I shouldn't be left alone in the house. Katie's not here.
Hope your parents don't watch this.
Sorry, Janet.
Big Ron. Shout out to Big Ron.
Oh.
Never have I ever forgotten about my break duty.
Oh, I did the other day.
When you get the message in the group chat, who's on break duty,
Yeah.
and someone's privately messages, it's you. And I'm like, but it's worse when they name and shame you. in the
Oh,
group.
yeah, absolutely.
I
It
was
would be better.
Or they take a photo of it so that everyone can see
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're like,
That's very passive aggressive. I think that.
and then it's like, I'm coming.
I completely forgot though because I was so caught up in something else. I just didn't realize it was break time. I remember I just like the kids were still in. I was like, oh wait, we need to go.
Never have I ever planned a lesson 2 minutes before teaching it.
Secondary wins.
Like, depends what you mean by planned.
Like,
Like, it's
so
like much
something.
detail here.
Like you opened the book and went, oh, that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
No.
Well, I did
That would make me so anxious.
I did it in
Maybe
maths,
it's
but
just
then
a
maths
preference.
is alright. I don't mind maths.
No,
Now.
that's true. No, I have just.
I haven't done it for like science or English because I feel like I actually need to be
No,
updated
those,
for those
yeah.
because I like need to see what we're actually learning, like structure and
Yeah.
stuff. But maths, I feel like, because you know, I just feel like I can just do maths and just explain it. So I don't know how to explain that, but like,
I think you
maths,
probably like math and you're good at math.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
so
So
like maths.
it makes more sense.
Yeah.
What did you see?
I don't know what it was.
Take off.
Never have I ever used the stationery in the workroom and never replaced it.
You mean?
Like you took it and
You
Kept
took
it.
it and kept it.
But like, that not right.
Like
Not
the
like the
workroom
pens,
stuff. No, like the
stapler,
workroom, the
that kind of
stapler, the
stuff.
scissors.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
No, I've never done that. I'm good. All the
that's
staples. That's more of an
I
Irish
was just
book.
too scared to. Stop. Enough.
Ah,
Never have I ever eaten someone else's lunch out of the staff room fridge.
had it done to me though. But
oh,
Me too.
yeah, someone's got mine.
what?
My strawberries.
There's strawberries.
And there were good ones too. There were really nice ones.
Today's episode, because we are all Northern Irish,
You couldn't tell.
if you couldn't tell, if you haven't understood anything so far, turn your captions on. You still don't understand.
Ask somebody.
Ask someone to translate. So I thought we'd ask a few questions about living here, then living at home, differences. So, how long have you been in Cyprus, and what do you teach?
So we've been here. This is our 5th year here.
Yeah.
I teach science and chemistry in high school.
I teach PE and IT in high school as well. We were here for a year previously, 2016 to 2017.
I wasn't at the school then.
We did
just
we did 1 year then as well. And we came back.
in the middle of COVID.
There's a bug in the bottom of my cup.
Oh!
That's
The bottom's the
You
worst.
need to keep that in.
Let me see. Let me see. I can't
Part of
see.
the cup, doesn't it? I think.
Let me
Well,
see.
Aunt, lovely.
Lovely.
Aunts usually come in pairs.
What did Pink Panther say when he stepped on an ant? Da-dun, 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 da-dun.
I know where our daughter gets her comedic.
What did Batman's mum say when
Oh.
There we go.
they're up for his dinner? Dinner. Only works if you watch the old cartoons, I guess.
Oh, I do get it.
Yeah, okay. Just wasn't funny.
How long have you?
I've been here for like, what, 2 months? Nearly.
Yeah.
2 months. I teach grade 5.
I've been here my 6th year and I teach grade 3. Sometimes I forget. And I go to the grade 1 classroom and I'm like, "This is not me anymore." But the worst bit is I go to my old room and it's the class I had last year are in the same room. So it's like deja vu. And I walk in and I'm like, no, I don't teach you anymore. I've done it so many times. So I just pretend I wanted something. I don't admit I'm in the wrong
Cross-stitch.
place. Yeah. So do the kids understand your accent? There be any funny stories about that?
They understand it more now, not so much at the start.
No.
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 I don't think they understand me still.
No, they struggle. They
Really
struggle a
struggle
lot
with
with
me.
Mark.
I even had a student say today that their parents even didn't understand anything I said. I talked to her for 5 minutes, and he said my mum didn't understand anything. I thought, oh, great. What a waste of time. What do you do?
Why would you not say?
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, slow down, yeah.
I don't find it offensive.
No,
neither
I'm
do
I.
I'm like, no,
Like, fair enough.
That's fair enough.
We are getting better trying to be
Yeah.
slower.
And
We say now rather than
and
now.
8. So
Oh,
8.
yeah.
Nobody
Eight,
understands
yeah.
8. Or if I say, so with chemistry, if I say pH, they think I'm saying page. If I'm saying page, they think I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
pH.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
no.
No.
No,
Don't you
no, man.
Or here's the sheet. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I had that one. They're like, no, the sheet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Paper.
Yeah. Oh. I'm like, do
I,
the kids understand you?
yes and no. I think when I say we're reading this book at the minute and it says "mer" so
Oh,
much in it,
yes.
it's ridiculous. Like, how many times it says it is mental. Like I would just stop reading and I would go, and then some of them know that this isn't that word, and I'm like, yes, it is that word. And then, yeah. But I have a Northern Irish child in my class.
Yeah.
She translates.
Also says mer.
She actually does translate to other kids sometimes. She's like, she said this.
I think one of the first topics I ever taught was grade 8, and it was on the topic of light, and it was all about reflection and
Oh,
refraction.
no.
So the word mer
Yeah.
came
It's
up an
every-
awful lot, and back then my accent was probably stronger than it is
Yeah.
now, so it was just blank faces. Or par
Power,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
to the car or
Tur.
whatever.
Car.
Tur.
Sure.
T-O-E-R.
Sure.
Tur.
Tur.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
I said that at uni. This is different. That's completely different. Like, but I said that at uni to someone and they're like, "Have the clue what I was saying." Or what are you saying? And I spelt it, and they're like, "Oh, that's how you say that." And I'm like, "Yes."
You have a good story about when you were in teaching practice and you told them to get out of the house.
Oh yeah. I was yeah.
That's funny.
So when I
I
moved
remember.
to England, I was aware that our accent is beautiful,
Yeah, unique.
But so I said to them, "Can you get your maths books out?" And they just looked at me, and then I was like, "Maths books? Which maths?" And they're like, "Miss, we're not a Catholic school. We don't have maths books." And I was like,
Yes.
"Oh."
Yes.
And that same class, the teacher was like, "No, it's math." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
math."
Maths.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were reading Harry Potter was their like topic, their novel. So then we were reading and Mer came up and I'd said, "Oh, like Mer," and they were like, and I was like, and the teacher was like, "What?" And then one of the kids put his hand up and goes, "Like they brought the baby Jesus." And I was like, "Oh, the Mer you looking?" And the teacher was like, "The mirror." And I was like, "Yes, the mirror." Yeah, but it was just like they brought the baby Jesus. And I was like, no. I was like, no.
I remember one of my
Oh.
placements. I was teaching phonics as in like year 2 or
Yeah.
something, and one of the words was cake.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
cake.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
cake.
Oh, in grade 1, they're
Oh, shocking.
all the A
A,
sounds.
yeah.
So it was like cake, bake,
Take.
make
Yeah.
all of their spelling words.
Yeah.
And I was like, cake, bake, cake. Yeah.
I had the clue what I was saying. They're like, "This, what are you saying?" I was like, "A cake, like a birthday cake." And they're like, "Ah, cake." And then they said it, and I was like, "Oh." Yeah, phonics, teaching phonics is horrible for us. Yeah.
And I thought I'd like discovered all the words that we say funny.
Yeah.
So I had told the kids to calm down. So I'll change it to down.
Yeah.
And the kids were like, I don't understand what I said down.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what was the first word you said? And I was like, calm. And they were like, it's calm. And I was like,
Is it
oh,
calm?
Simon L?
yeah.
Calm
So then I was
Calm
like,
down.
English child in my class, like, calm down. And I was like, all right, do that then. So like, that's what I do. So a bit more about our lovely country. What is your favourite thing about Northern Ireland?
I think the people. I actually think the people are such a vibe in Northern Ireland. Like you can have a bit of crack with them though.
Yeah.
Like when I moved to England, it's so
You
different.
need to
Like
explain what crack is.
oh, like I don't know, like how would you even describe that?
Fun.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I moved to England for uni, it's so different to Northern Ireland. I think in general, like it's so different. Like I just think it is. Like you wouldn't think it because we're like the same country. See, like in the UK, but like
The
you
sense
know,
of humour is different.
it's
Yeah.
sense of
The way things are
humour.
taken.
Yeah,
Very different.
people from Lima Valley,
Self-deprecating.
we're good. We're good fun. We're from Lima Valley.
Like wrong.
People from Lima Valley.
But we're so sarcastic. And I think
Yeah.
like the more we make fun of each other, the more it's like, oh, actually, you're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it takes time. Even when we come back here in September, people kind of look at you. Is he being serious? After a couple of weeks, you kind of realize, oh yes, that's just a
Yeah.
sense of
They
humour.
forget your sense of humor.
Yeah.
Or you forget how sarcastic you can be.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You know.
I'm shocking.
When I was at uni, we were, you know the way when you're choking, what would you say to someone? Die quietly, right?
Oh,
yeah.
So we would have said, oh, die quietly. Girl, like, was so offended.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, I mean, like, so offended. She was like, that's the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me. And I was like, no. I mean,
it's a joke.
I was like, oh. And I had to get my friend who was Northern Irish, like, no, please tell her it's a joke. And she was like, oh, die quietly. Yeah. Awkward. So
Yeah.
I never said that again.
No, I don't think you would.
You miss the accent though. You
Yeah.
miss the Belfast accent. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's because people don't understand you as much here.
Out of all accents you miss.
I miss the Belfast one for sure. I remember a story. I was in a place. I was talking about adaptations, and I said to one of the kids about something to adapt. I said, "You can tell me what adapt means." He puts up his hand. He goes, "Is that what when a kid gets like a new family? No, adopt, but adapt."
Oh.
In Belfast accent.
That's brilliant.
I don't think I miss that.
No, oh, I like it.
No, it wouldn't be.
That would be me.
Maybe my favourite one.
No, the culture one.
I love a wee culture accent. Yeah.
Well, I'm losing mine apparently. According
Yeah, her
according to my
sister's older.
sister. She says I need to start saying yuns again.
Yuns.
I still, actually talking about like funny stuff we said. I still say you whenever I begin my start line, I said yous to the students. They're like, what?
Usins.
Yuns.
How's the you?
How would you say crayon? Do you say Korean? People from up your area say Korean.
Korean.
You say Korean
I say Korean.
when it's crayon.
Crayon.
You say crayon.
Crayon.
You say crayon.
Aye, crayon.
It's all very posh. It's Korean.
Korean. That's what you got from up around
Oh.
that area. It's Korean for crayon.
Yeah. But it could just be me.
I think
No,
I
we
might
have
be.
this conversation with people.
I've heard others say Korean as well.
Oh.
It's usually up around sort of the north coast direction.
Oh.
More posh than them about it.
Yeah.
Like we say
So posh.
kyar.
Oh, aye.
Like you say kyar,
Say
does it
kyar.
know? Yeah. Like that's
But to me,
that's
that's a
Kyar.
Tyrone.
That's a real Tyrone
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
kyar.
There, yeah.
The car. Anyone didn't understand that. Yeah. It's It was when we were doing camp this year. We were making
Oh.
a video for like parents to sign the consent form,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Haven't already signed the QR code." We got our friend to do it. That's me.
Sure that.
She was like, "If you haven't signed the QR code," we were like, "The what?" I was like, and we laughed. She's like, "I don't understand." And we were like, She's very Londonderry accent. And I was like, oh,
Very, very,
very, very. It
yes.
was just so funny. The QR code.
Like, oh, I have to start calling it that.
Yeah.
QR
So
code.
it's like it's not. It's a QR code.
QR code.
I think my favorite thing about home is food.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know, just like home to cook food.
I want the sausage rolls, just the flaky pastry and the stuffing, just the pork stuffing. It's here you just get like the pastry's harder and it's like little Frankfurter inside it.
Yeah, it's
But
But
same
a good proper
Not
sausage
same.
roll from the bakery.
From a guy.
We get so many in summer.
Oh, we deli, we hot food deli.
We jump on and we
Super value and Mama Valley do a good hot food. And I remember they were shut for 3 days. I was like, what's going on here? Why are they
What are we
shut?
gonna do?
I told my dad because he would take his potatoes
Right.
into Super Value. And I asked him, go and do some snipping and find out why they're shut.
Mm.
He was like, oh, it's an electrical fault, Laura. So he found out for me.
It's all the bread.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bread.
Pancakes.
The
So
bread,
sun blessed pancakes.
Yes,
Pancakes.
we live on
Sun-blessed
those.
Ormo.
Yeah. You live on Vita bread.
Bread,
Oh, I
yeah.
love Vita.
And I love nutty crust.
Scones.
We were talking about this.
Yeah.
Laura doesn't like nutty crust.
Night crust just reminds me of Night Chef's Nanny.
Oh.
So when we get the Hovis, is it usually?
Not even the really thin.
Bread-ons.
I don't-
Really dark.
Brennan's.
Brennan's
Brennan's
today's
bread
bread today.
crust.
Kings. I like King's Mills.
Is that the one we usually get?
I
Yeah,
like
King's
King's Mills.
Mills.
Just nice soft loaf.
Or the Hovis seed.
Yeah, the bread.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Good.
15s, which I didn't know was a Northern Irish thing.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
I didn't
Just
know.
tray bakes in general.
Yeah.
Just a big. You just want a big bun. You can't get one
Yeah.
here.
Oh my
It's a big bun.
That's true. But even when I went to uni in England, they were like, oh, do you want millionaire shortbread? And I was like, I had no idea what that was. Caramel
Caramel
Square.
Square.
Really?
It's Caramel Square.
I asked
Brown
for
caramel.
Yeah, literally.
I asked for a caramel square in Costa when I was in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the woman was like, what is a caramel square? And I was like,
This
nothing.
I don't want to know.
No. So I always made like in like any school I was in, I brought in like mint arrow, like you
Teaser
know,
bun.
Malteser, but all of those, and they were like, and I was like, these are not hard to make.
Mm.
Have you
We
ever,
should make some tray
Yeah,
bakes.
we
have you
should.
ever had a Mars bar apple sandwich?
Yes.
The best
Yes.
sausage, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So I,
And chicken and grape.
oh,
Yeah.
no.
Chicken and grape.
Yeah, yes, with that mayo.
Yeah,
It's a real church.
That's a
Presbyterian
church.
That's like a
Church
church
sandwich.
sandwich.
Church
Yes.
sandwich.
Church sandwich.
And Mars and apple for all
Yeah.
days.
And then we had a lady in our church, and she used to do Philadelphia cheese with mandarin oranges
Oh, yeah, yeah.
on like a muffin,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, that's
Or crackers
yeah, that
with
was
like cheese spread and
Yeah.
tomatoes, bit of pepper on
Oh,
top.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Ulster fry.
Ulster fry.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
sausages and the bacon. It's just
Sausages are
the
good.
best. And then you got the wheat, and then you got the breads.
What
Soda bread, potato bread.
I love
Uh,
soda bread.
eggs.
Soda bread's the best, and when the butter just melts on.
Yeah, potato bread.
See, I prefer
I
potato
prefer
bread.
potato
No,
bread.
I
Fried
love
potato
soda
bread.
Fried those, crispy
Yeah.
and nice.
Soda bread's
Proper
awesome.
bacon. Cookstown sausages.
Denny, I would go for Denny.
You know where Denny
We're a
is?
Denny family.
Either
Yeah.
side.
Sorry, Hannah, I know you're from the neck of the woods, but
McKee's.
Yes.
McKee's, hello.
Yeah.
the keys, yes.
To be honest,
Yeah.
like I think here Lidl is the closest sausages I've
Yeah,
found.
they're
Yeah,
good.
They're
They're
really
good.
good.
English
Yeah.
one.
And sometimes they have good bacon. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
you'll get
Yeah.
bacon. They do
You
like
don't get those big thick pieces with. Oh,
Have you ever made your own soda bread?
perfect.
yes.
So am I.
My granny gave me a wee recipe, so I was trying to
What was it?
Potato bread, have you ever made your own?
Yeah. I had to adapt it to find stuff.
Adapt. Is that where your
Adapt.
family took you?
Yeah. Had to adapt. Swap out the potatoes. Yeah.
I also miss the potatoes.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I also
Yeah.
miss the potatoes.
What is it? Your family businesses again?
Potato farm.
Oh,
yes, yes.
Cypress potatoes are good. No?
They are.
You don't.
Yeah.
No,
like
it's not a fan of our house. Like we don't like Cypress.
What's your
That's
favorite spots?
Pinks, like Care's Pinks.
Really?
Oh yes, that's like my dad's specialty. And then,
Later on.
uh,
Another shout out.
yeah. I don't think he actually watches these.
He should be sponsoring
I
them.
know.
He should be.
We should have written
Big Ron
sponsor
spots.
that.
Big Ron.
Big
Mars,
Ron
Mars
spots.
type are alright.
Oh, Mars Pepper's nice.
Yeah.
And then Cyprus, my brother hates Cyprus
Really?
spots. Oh, I hate them.
They
They're alright
make
for
good-
chips,
they make
but
good- they make good chips.
they make good
Yeah.
chips, but that's about it, I think.
Wow.
No, we quite like it. I miss the when it's not raining in Northern Ireland. I miss the outdoor walks in like all the
Yeah.
National Trust places and the forests.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, because that's pretty much what we spend our
Just
summer doing, is
autumn.
going for like
Just those
autumn
walks with
Yeah.
a park and a coffee.
Aye.
There's just lots of space to do that.
You walk a bit, talk a bit, say a bit.
Yeah.
It's
The
nice
kids
to
just play
visit.
in
Yeah.
green areas. I
Yeah.
know.
I don't miss the rain.
But it rains a lot, so you don't always get
No,
to
that's true.
enjoy it. Whereas here, you get, I love the sea, you get the beach and the sea, and I love all that. But
Oh yeah.
I miss the green.
Like, it's
I miss
so
the green
different.
of Northern
Aye.
Wow.
My dad says Northern Ireland is some of the best beaches.
Yes.
It
just
does.
not the
So
weather.
true, we just don't have the
Just
weather.
the
Just
weather.
to go
Yeah.
to enjoy it.
He is proud of that statement every time he says it.
I know.
But-
Like the White Rocks beach to me at home is
Oh,
my
so
favorite.
Oh,
good.
it's nice.
I love it.
Over the summer, we went to Donegal with some of our friends
Oh,
for a few
Donegal's
days.
nice.
And Donegal wasn't somewhere that I had ever been too much when I was little, but the beaches there, amazing,
No,
really nice.
yeah.
Really
We did
nice.
our trip to Edinburgh, Donegal, and we camped on the beach. And I was
Really?
like,
Yeah.
it rained. So it wasn't there. What would you say your favourite Northern Irish food is?
And everything.
Too much choice.
There is too much choice.
I like the Ulster fry. There's so many things in it. Also good Sunday roast.
Oh
right.
yes,
A
I
good
love the
chicken,
Sunday
a good
roast.
roast
Sunday
chicken
roast.
dinner.
Stuffing.
Oh,
The stuffing.
How do you get
The
the
key
stuffing?
stuffing.
Oh
Yes.
yes. I had
He's getting a good shout out here.
I know.
Please sponsor us.
They sponsor us, guys.
And just gravy.
And
Ah,
Like,
yes,
we
yeah.
just gravy made
we
really
forgot
nice.
like the most obvious thing, potato crisps.
Oh,
Yes, of
Oh,
course, of course.
Potato,
yeah.
I love the bikers. Oh, bikers my favorite.
Potato cheese.
I
and
think they've changed the recipe of bikers because I had bikers in the summer and they were really spicy. And I was like, have they always been spicy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a wee bit.
They've always had their kick off
But to
them.
me, I was like, holy maybe it was just
Your
me.
palate
Like,
changed.
Yeah, maybe. I was like, oh, spicy.
I'd probably go potato crisps would be my
Yeah.
favorite.
And
Hard
fives.
to beat.
I like
Five.
fives.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're
If
nice.
you're just
All
stuck in
youth
your
club,
Yes.
post youth
You,
club, we think we
yeah.
pack of
Our
fives.
friend was like
We tip
visiting.
Base readers.
A bit as
And
you
she-
do.
Our friend was like visiting and she brought us potato cheese and onion crisps. That's like the one thing.
Nice.
And wheaten bread, and that was kind of the one. And pancakes.
Mince pies.
And mince pies.
Oh, well,
Yes.
You can get them here, mince
I
pies.
can.
Any, but not easily.
A parent last year made me mince pies for Christmas, and the kid brought them in. It was like, my mum said you like these, and I was like,
Mum's right.
and she was right. But she's Northern Irish as well, so I was like, oh.
I don't like mince
I
pies.
love them. No
I'm
one
not a
else
fan either.
in my family likes them. So I don't know, I had 2 boxes of mince pies, but do I start eating them now?
Yes.
Or do
Here for
I
Christmas. Closer.
hold off a little bit closer to Christmas?
I hold off.
I'm
Give up.
torn, but
We
Have
can
you already
get
had
more-
one?
we can get more at Christmas.
That's true.
yeah.
Off the signal, we can get some.
Quite sorry.
Oh, yeah.
They sell them.
What do you miss most about home? You've waffled enough.
Except the family.
Aye.
Obviously, miss
Yes,
family.
like family would be
Except for
friends.
that.
definitely friends.
Look at those. We're not in, I miss my car.
It's your car.
Oh yeah.
I don't drive here.
I don't really drive here. Mark kind of does all the driving here.
But I would like to drive here eventually. If I stay longer, I probably would get a car. But I do miss driving. Just my car. I miss my
Like
car.
it's so handy just jump in the car and go.
Yeah.
I think I miss, not, I'm not saying I miss it the most, but when we're talking about driving, I miss driving in country roads.
No traffic.
Do you know what I mean? With no traffic.
Yeah.
I don't like driving through the city with lots of traffic. It
Yeah.
stresses it, like, literally,
Yeah.
it makes
No.
me sweat. It stresses me out so much.
Yeah.
Whereas Mark loves driving anywhere, so it doesn't
It
really
doesn't
matter.
phase me.
But I'm not saying it's the thing I miss the most or anything, but I do miss just driving
Oh, yeah.
country
Oh,
roads
yeah.
there.
Yeah. I
Empty
love
and
when you
bumpy
country road
and-
drive.
Yeah.
I was driving in London area in the summer and Natalie was directing me. Everyone's stressed in my life and it's not hard to drive around.
Yeah.
But it's just because it was city driving
Yeah.
and even driving in Belfast. No, absolutely not.
Driving in Liverpool, Hannah. Liverpool's the
Really?
worst
The worst
place.
experience
Really?
of my life.
Because the road
Yeah.
markets like aren't like they're there, but they're so
Yeah.
faded, and like you can't even see them.
I did
at all.
supply in a school and it was like the road, it was like the bridge that swooped right round to take
Oh
you
yes,
out.
aye.
And the school was under that. And I did about 6 laps, honestly,
No.
before I figured. And I was phoning the school like, I am coming, but
Just
I just cannot get off. And they're like, oh, and they had to explain to me how to get off.
You know when you drive to the boat like Birkenhead, when you drove to Birkenhead,
Yeah.
I got to the lights and the sat nav said, "Right, go to be in the right lane to turn left." And I was so confused. I was like,
Because it's like the lanes also.
yeah. And I was so confused, and Thomas was with me in the car, and then I was like, I don't know what to do, so I just drove straight ahead.
Yeah.
I was like, Laura, where are we going? I was like, I don't know.
It was the M6 when it suddenly became 5 lanes. And, I was
yeah.
like, "Oh," and I'm over here and I want it off. And I was like,
And when you're going up north, it goes into 5. Yeah.
but even at home, just driving, you know where everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe knowing where everything is and
Yeah.
where you can get stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas we're much better now. We're learning
Yeah.
where you can
And
get
so,
stuff
yeah,
here, and that just takes time. So it's that familiarity of when you go back. Like I know where everything is.
Yeah.
I'd say probably what I miss most is just the crack with friends and family.
Yeah. And like my niece, her a lot. Like, and just like seeing pictures of her is not the same.
Yeah.
And like my nephew as well. Literally. Auntie Hannah. So it's like, yeah, we miss both of them. Getting
Missing them
pictures
growing up.
is nice, but I know.
I know.
It's not the same.
I miss my sister too. She came home from Australia, and I was here.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
no.
Yes,
nice.
I haven't seen my sister in a long time, so she's home.
She should come visit.
She should,
Go
yes.
this way. Go the other way.
I know she should. We can't stop on the way. I told her.
Does she live in Australia? Or
No,
she's
she's
there
moved
for
back home now, so she has. She lived there for 3 years,
Okay.
2-3 years. She lived back there.
Nice.
Been there in a while, so I miss that. Yeah, Christmas was there. Yeah.
You travel?
No, I'm actually staying
You
here.
understand here?
Cyprus Christmas.
I am,
This is your first one. You've had one
No,
before.
one before, but it was locked
COVID
down.
one. Yes, we stayed
Does
for
that
that
count?
Christmas. Yeah.
We've had
That
two
was
here.
worse.
We have one
Yeah.
non-COVID one. But we
one
still have
COVID
people
one.
over because you're allowed.
Yeah.
With one
on
family or
Christmas Day.
something.
Yeah.
That was nice.
No, so I'm going to stay here.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good fun. That will be fun.
you're going.
I am. Yes. I haven't booked my flight though. I need to do that.
Yeah, you do.
Good night today.
You guys are going?
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Just
today.
booked today. Yeah, that'll be
Book tomorrow.
It's a good price for them.
Got paid today.
I got paid today. I hit the swell today.
Oh, no, that'll be nice. The kids like spending time with their cousins. So, but we really enjoyed having Christmas here
Fuck yeah,
when we
it's
did.
Yeah,
It was lovely. Felt
Sort of
really- felt
stress-free.
really relaxed.
Yeah, I
Enjoyed it.
know.
We just chilled.
Yeah.
So got a good Christmas dinner. Christmas dinner is my favorite meal of the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Back to food.
Like
It's the best.
Like roast dinner, but Christmas dinner is like, I don't know, just,
Elite level.
yeah.
Just so much.
It's like meats that you put on the plate that should not be on the plate. You know? Like turkey, ham, sausages, stuffing. Why are we on?
The whole shebang is just on this
absolutely.
plate, and you're like,
And then sometimes you end up with goose.
And the lowly Brussels sprouts.
Goose?
I love Brussels
Goose.
sprouts.
Oh, my
You like
granny loves
goose?
goose. Granny loves goose.
We had
So
goose
she
pheasant
literally-
one year.
Every year Granny roasts a goose, and only me and her really eat it.
Really?
So
I've
she's
never
like,
had goose.
goose.
Never had
I
good
think we had
food.
this
It's
one.
really nice,
Like
like really dark meat.
we had this once, and we had pheasant.
Oh.
But like not as the main,
It was.
as a part, like a little bit. It's not very much, but yeah, good old turkey.
Everyone has little starters and all. She has the soup, or she has
Mm.
prawns.
Prawn, yeah, we would have that too, yeah.
It's just- I feel like I eat too much of the starter, and I'm like, I need to slow down here and
Aye.
calm.
I know.
The main course is
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
starter.
my brother says that too. No point.
You can chill here.
We love Christmas dinner, and then obviously we have at my parents' house and at Mark's parents' house. But Mark's mum does this great thing with the Christmas pudding. Do you like Christmas
I
pudding?
love Christmas.
So
Yeah.
the way we have had Christmas pudding growing up is like boil and heat it up, and then you put it with custard. Mark's mum fries it in butter.
Love butter.
Oh my goodness! And then it's crispy
Yeah.
on the outside, but warm and soft on the inside. It's almost caramelized on the outside. Try to fry a slice of your Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
It is delicious.
Yeah, this is the first year, this is the first Christmas in a while that I'm not working in a shop during Christmas.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
buzzing! I'm buzzing! Yeah,
Right now.
working in retail at Christmas is
You get to relax for a
awful.
whole 2 weeks. They'll
Yeah,
not
just
rope,
gonna do
they'll not
nothing.
rope you
Oh, yeah.
into we shift.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry, but I will be declining your offer. If you ask me. But no, it was just very long shifts and tiring.
Just the chill.
So excited to just
Like,
chill.
yeah.
Just sit down, relax, not have to worry about going to work. You know.
We're not going to have an episode next week because term break.
Ooh.
So after that, Sarah will be back.
Yes. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Miss Sarah can use her own mug.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And I forgot,
Oh yes.
we have now got 100 followers on
Yay!
Instagram. So positive, thank you all.
Yes.
And yeah, like, subscribe, share. See you later. Bye.
Bye.